Hello, everyone. My name is Demetrius McBride. I'm a lifelong resident of Columbus, Georgia. I've spent much of my life serving this community. I currently serve as the president of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Delta Iota Lambda chapter, the advocacy chair for the Urban League of the River Valley Young Professionals, a youth minister at Nazareth Baptist Church, and a high school finance teacher right here in Columbus, Georgia. I earned my Master of Public Administration from Columbus State University and my specialist degree in workforce education from the University of Georgia. This series is designed to help residents of Columbus and the surrounding communities better understand how government works, from our local government here in Columbus to the state government under the Gold Dome in Atlanta and the federal government in Washington, D.C. Welcome to Civics in Columbus, from City Hall to Capitol Hill. Now, in our previous episode, we focused on the structure of government right here in Columbus, Georgia. We began by explaining that Columbus operates under a consolidated city-county government. Unlike many communities across the country where city and county governments operate separately, Columbus and Muskogee County merged into a single unified government in 1971. That consolidation created one governing system responsible for providing services across the entire county. We also discussed why the consolidation happened. In the late 1960s, community leaders recognized that operating two separate governments, one for the city and one for the county, often created duplication, inefficiencies, and confusions over responsibilities. With approval from the Georgia General Assembly and ultimately the voters of this community, Columbus moved to a consolidated system that could coordinate services and governance more effectively. From there, we introduced the document that guides how our local government operates, the Columbus City Charter. The charter functions much like a local constitution. It outlines how government is structured, how leaders are elected, and how authority is divided among different parts of government. We also discussed the mayor, council, city manager form of government established by the charter. In this structure, the mayor serves as the chief elected executive leader and public representative of the community. The city council functions as the legislative body responsible for passing ordinances and setting local policies. And the city manager serves as the professional administrator who oversees the day-to-day operations of city government. Another important concept we explored was service districts. Because Columbus governs the entire county, different areas may receive different levels of service depending on infrastructure needs or community priorities. Service districts allow the government to adjust services and sometimes taxes to reflect those differences. The key takeaways from episode 2 is that Columbus government is built on a clear framework. A consolidated city-county system guided by the city charter where elected leaders set policies and professional administrators manage operations. Understanding that structure helps residents see how decisions are made and who's responsible for carrying them out. So moving into episode 3, let's take a look at the role of the city council. Local government decisions affect our everyday lives, from zoning and infrastructure to public safety and economic development. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Columbus City Council. We'll discuss who councilors are, how they're elected, and the role they play in creating local laws and policies. I want to start episode 3 by dispelling any myths. One of the most common misunderstandings about local government is the belief that the mayor makes all the decisions. They do not. Many people assume that the mayor runs the city the same way a president runs a country. That's a discussion for another day. But that's not how the Columbus, Georgia government works. In Columbus, the mayor is an important leader. True, he is a public figure, but most of the legislative authority, the power to create local laws and policies, actually rests with the Columbus City Council, not the mayor. The council is the legislative branch of our local government. That means councilors are responsible for debating issues, passing ordinances, approving budgets, and setting the policy direction for the entire community. With this information, some would say who you elect as city council may be more important than mayor. Some would say. The Columbus City Council is made up of 10 members. 8 councilors represent specific geographic districts within the city, meaning they are elected by voters who live specifically in those districts. These district representatives ensure that different neighborhoods and communities across Columbus have a voice in local government. In addition to those 8 district representatives, there are 2 at-large council members who represent the entire city and are elected by all voters across Columbus. Council members serve 4-year terms, and elections are staggered so that not every seat is up for election at the same time. This system helps to maintain continuity and stability in our local government. For example, the current election cycle, 2026, the odd city council seats, districts 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, are currently up for election. To run for city council, individuals must meet several qualifications. They must be at least 21 years old, a citizen of the United States, and a registered voter who has lived in Columbus for at least 2 years. If someone is running for a district seat, specifically one of those 8 district seats that are not at large, they must also live in that district for at least 1 year before the election. Another important rule is that the councilors cannot hold another public office within the consolidated government at the same time. This helps to prevent conflict of interest and ensures that the council members remain focused on their legislative responsibilities. Once elected, the council organizes itself to conduct the business of the city. At its organizational meetings, the council elects one of the members to serve as mayor pro tem. The mayor pro tem steps in to preside over meetings or perform duties when the mayor is absent. Currently, the Columbus, Georgia mayor pro tem is District 6 Councilor Gary Allen. The council also appoints a clerk of council. The clerk is responsible for maintaining official records, preparing agendas, documenting meeting minutes, and ensuring the ordinances and resolutions are properly recorded. For the council to conduct official business, a quorum must be present. In Columbus, that means at least 6 council members must be in attendance in order for business to be conducted. The council meets regularly to discuss issues facing the community. Now, according to the charter, meetings must occur at least weekly, and at least 2 official meetings must be held each month. Special meetings may also be called by the mayor or by any 6 council members with proper notice. Most importantly, council meetings are open to the public. This transparency allows citizens to observe how decisions are made and ensures accountability in local government. The Columbus City Council holds a significant authority over the policies that shape daily life right here in our community. First and foremost, all legislative power of the consolidated government is vested in the council. Let me repeat that. All legislative power of the consolidated government is vested in the council. That means the council has the authority to pass local laws called ordinances that regulate many aspects of life in Columbus. These ordinances may address issues such as zoning, land use, business regulations, public safety, taxation, and community development. The council also has the authority to adopt rules and regulations that promote the health, safety, and welfare of the community. Beyond passing laws, the council also plays an important structural role in government. It has the power to create, modify, or eliminate departments, boards, and authorities within the consolidated government. This authority allows the council to shape how government services are delivered. Another responsibility of the council involves oversight and accountability. If appointed officers or employees are accused of misconduct or incompetence, the council has the authority to bring charges and hold public hearings. After such proceedings, the council may remove those individuals from office by a 2/3 vote. Now, During extreme and extraordinary circumstances, such as a declared state of emergency, the council may also temporarily delegate certain legislative power to the mayor so that urgent decisions can be made quickly. When the council passes laws, those laws are adopted through a formal legislative process. Official acts must be passed as ordinances, which begin with a formal statement declaring the authority of the council. Most ordinances require 2 readings before they are adopted. This process allows time for public awareness, discussion, and review before a law is finalized. After adoption, ordinances are published so the public is informed about the new policies and regulations. In some cases, particularly involving revenue measures or specialized issues, proposals may first be reviewed by council committees before getting presented to the full council. The mayor does have limited veto authority known as reconsideration, which allows certain ordinances to be reviewed again by the council. We'll talk more about that process in the next episode when we examine the role of the mayor. One of the most important aspects of local government is public participation. City council meetings are open to the public, and citizens often have opportunities to speak during public comment periods. Residents can attend meetings, raise concerns, support initiatives, or provide feedback on issues affecting their neighborhoods. Understanding how the council operates empowers citizens to participate more effectively, whether the issue is zoning changes, tax policies, infrastructure improvements, or public safety initiatives. The city council is where many of those decisions begin. When residents stay informed and engaged, local government becomes more responsive to the needs of the community. Man, we covered a lot in this episode. In this episode, we explored the legislative branch of Columbus local government, the city council. We discussed how council members are elected, how meetings are conducted, and the significant authority the council holds in shaping policies that affect everyday life in our community. In the next episode, we'll turn our attention to another key part of Columbus government, the role of the mayor and how the executive branch works alongside the council to lead and manage the city. Because understanding who holds power and how that power is exercised is one of the most important steps to building an informed and engaged community. Until next time, stay engaged, stay encouraged, and most importantly, stay informed. Demetrius McBride signing out. Peace.